Hey there, YouTube. Welcome to episode 17 of Shane Plays Spirit Island. Um, as mentioned in the previous couple of episodes, I'm working on getting some achievements in the game. And in particular, the achievement for beating all of the scenarios in the core game and the achievement for playing as all the spirits in the core game. I believe this is the last spirit that I haven't played with in this app. I have played with Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares in real life a few times. It's been a little while, but I've played as the spirit. Um, I have not played Rituals of Terror, possibly ever. I don't know if I've played it at all. Um, it's notably easier for spirits with strong Dahan movement, i.e. Thunderspeaker, e.g. Thunderspeaker. So if this gives me a lot of trouble, maybe I'll just come back with Thunderspeaker and run all over it. It's notably harder in a solo game with a spirit with poor energy generation or slow presence placement. Well, we are in a solo game, but I would not say that he has poor energy generation. In fact, he seems to have extra energy up here. His track is pretty solid. I mean, it starts on 2, which is above average. It does take 2 presence placements to get up there. And as far as presence placement goes, he does have 2 options for it. So, pretty good shape there. I would say that is pretty good. So hopefully this part won't bite us too hard. We'll see. So here's the rules for this scenario. Terror levels are not earned via fear, but by the ritual of terror. That's maybe very bad news for me, but let's move on. Do not resolve fear cards during the invader phase. During either the fast or slow phase, spirits may perform a ritual of terror if there is a land with 1 presence from each spirit. That's easy enough. This land has at least 3 Dahan per player. I think I can work that out. And the spirits collectively spend 3 energy total and destroy a total of 3 presents in that land. That's tricky. But then immediately jumps to the next terror level. Cool. Resolve all earned fear cards at the new terror level. Okay, so we're still earning the fear cards and building them up, but we are jumping ahead and resolving all our fear cards at once. So generating fear still does help. That's good because that's sort of the spirit's whole deal. We just need to do a ritual to pour it all on at once. Okay. Then you push all Dahan from the land where the ritual was performed, distributing them as evenly as possible among adjacent lands, so sadly we can't just bunch them all to a new land where we perform a new ritual. Okay, cool. This is going to be tricky. Setup changes. Obviously the terror level dividers just go to the side of the board instead of the fear deck. And all fear cards into the fear deck. If you run out, you don't earn anymore. So yeah, I can't win by running out of fear cards, which I will almost certainly... I'm going to get a lot of fear cards. So yeah, Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares. His whole deal is that he cannot destroy... His powers can never do damage, nor can they destroy anything other than his own presence. When they would destroy or deal enough damage to destroy explorers, towns, and cities, you generate 0, 2, and 5 fear instead, respectively. And that pushes all explorers and towns it would destroy. So he can do a lot of essentially quote-unquote destroying things, causing them to run away. Effectively, the really clever flavor thing here is, like, when normally a spirit gets a power like, you know, a lightning storm that does damage, it's actually causing a lightning storm. When he does it, he causes a dream of a lightning storm that is so vivid that everyone that lightning storm would have killed immediately flees in terror and tries to go to a different land, which also gives them terrible nightmares. So, this all seems doable but tricky. And of course, he gets to look ahead at the fear deck, which will be kind of a weird thing here, but we'll figure it out. Okay. We do have the ability to gather Dahan with one of our innate powers, and it's free, and it gathers 2 of them, so that's quite good. That can work well for our first ritual. Let's see. All right. Let's jump into this. Like I said, this might be tricky for me, especially because I don't use him often. But if I can't beat it with him, I'll come back with Thunder Speaker and should be able to get this done. Okay. So, I think getting presence on the board is of utmost importance. While we do so, preventing builds and blight is, as always, very important. That's our big defend card. It basically turns fear generated into defenses, which is nice, especially working together with my innate, which just straight up does fear. Gathering Dahan is, of course, good for my rituals that I'm planning. So, this one I feel like is a later power, like the top half anyway. It gains you a major power. You can potentially get some cool stuff if you forget this power as the cost for getting the major power. But for now, I think probably it's mostly generating fear, so it can play well with this, but otherwise not doing that much. So on turn 1, I think adding a presence and gaining a power card sounds good. Definitely focusing on moons, air, probably moons first, air second, and beasts third. So let's click this, find out what we got. Alright, and we said moons first, which we don't have any. But there's a couple of air cards, and one of them is defend 4 at range 1. That seems pretty strong. Yeah, I think Confounding Miss is probably gonna win it out here. Yeah, because this one wouldn't destroy, it would just push for me. And although I guess in the fast phase that does prevent a build. Interesting. And then we wouldn't need to defend as much, so we can focus our defense on a single land. Yeah, let's grab this for turn 1. Okay, so card plays are a long way off. Eventually gets me in any element, but I think going for energy is important, especially because I'm going to need to pay 3 energy, which is not nothing. So yeah, I think energy gain is mainly where we want to take the spirit. I can only place it at range 1. I need a good place for my first ritual. Since I can move Dahan around fairly reasonably, it might make sense to put it here. since that's central to 3 Dahan, I can get them all here. And I can't reach over to like here where I could get these Dahan. So yeah, maybe we start working on our first ritual here, since it's at range 1 from 3 Dahan. That is not what I wanted to click, mouse. Why do you let go at random intervals? Okay. So we've got 2 card plays. We are going to definitely steam vents to scare off one of these guys. And it pretty much, since it's range 0, has to be this one, which is a little sad because defending there could kill him if he was still there, but that's fine. After that, we've only got the energy for one of these 2. We can start working on gathering Dahan, which is not a bad plan. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. Okay. Finish playing cards. So, steam vents. You are very scared. Run over here. Dreams of the Dahan. We are going to pull these 2 into here. If I was Thunder Speaker, I could go with them. Night Terrors. You are very scared. Okay. So I'm thinking for the next turn, I want to add a presence again. I'd love to add one here, but I really need to add one here if I want to add a lot of fear there. Maybe. Okay. So I can defend 1 using that. How else can I make fear there? This is the obvious one. That has to be range 0. Well, this one's range 1 from a sacred site, which if I turn this into a sacred site, I could do that here. Gonna be tough coming up with the energy for that. But not impossible. Okay. So, if I take this last growth option, I add a presence to a land with Dahan or invaders. That includes this one. Then this is a sacred site. I get +2 energy, so I've got like 5, looks like. At that point, I can play both of the expensive cards. This one will push the town out. Oh geez, at that point, I don't need to defend it. Got to think about this as bringer. So, if I'm pushing the town out, I don't need to defend, which means yeah, it still doesn't work quite the way I want it to. But it's decent. Okay, let's try it this way. So I don't need the power, because I'm just going to play these 2. So I do still want to add a presence. I could reclaim 1, or I could gain a power card. What's in my discard pile? Gathering Dahan is very important to the scenario. I was planning on only adding a presence at range 0 anyway, so maybe that's fine. Then what's my plan for next turn? I can defend one place. I can't deal with the other one. Really need to get that third card play kind of ASAP. So maybe we do this to get us another card for next turn. Sorry, I meant to click here. If we reclaimed Steam Vents, I could play Predatory Nightmares with Steam Vents. But then I would need a presence in one of these two to use Steam Vents. Which I can't get if I'm making a Sacred Site here. So that doesn't work. And that doesn't work. Okay, so yes, we're gaining a power card. Yeah, I'm very tempted to work on my third card play, but I think the energy is also important. Yeah, this is all very tricky. Okay, I'm gonna put this here. Gaining a minor power. That seems great. Reminder of yep. That has literally all of the symbols I like, and I love the card. I've always loved that card. In fact, that card prevents an explore if I do it right. Okay, so what was I thinking? So this card I was intending to use to damage this, but this is a slow card, so it's not going to help there. So I can make a defend 1 here. That's range 0. That's range 0. I have messed up, and I can't undo it. Yeah, things are a little bit problematic here. Well, I can still use this and do that fear in the late turn, but at this point I don't know that it's worth it. I definitely want to play that, and honestly maybe I just play this for the fear. And this place will cascade, and that's how it goes sometimes when you're not reading all of your cards right. I would undo, obviously, but I gained a minor power, which means I've seen information, so it won't let me go back. Okay, so apparently there's a defend that we'll eventually get. Boom. Very scary. Also, extraordinarily scary. Okay. Veil of the Night's Hunt. Each Dahan deals 1 damage to a different invader or push up to 3 Dahan. Both of these are great options. If I do the damage here, I can push this guy out and prevent a build, which, since I'm having trouble with my defending, is probably a good idea. The other option is I can get this Dahan into this square. They're not squares, they're lands. If he's in this land, I only need one more presence there, and 3 energy, and I can do my first ritual, which is lovely. So maybe I just do that. Especially because that will resolve this fear card, which at level 2 will defend 2 in all lands with presence. So I'll still have to get presence into lands I want to defend, but I don't know. We'll work it out. We're pushing. It's not the best idea, but it's not the worst idea either. Alright. So this is a choice card. We can either have them spurn the invaders, which seems terrible, or teach the invaders, which is probably better, because it prevents the blight here. I think we probably want them to teach the invaders here, because that first one, the first bullet point does nothing. The second bullet point, I guess, doesn't do anything either. No. The third bullet point reduces their health, which doesn't do anything positive. So basically, the Spurn the Invaders does nothing, effectively. Teach the Invaders adds a town in a place that I don't mind a town being, and the next normal Ravage becomes a build, which I don't have a giant problem with either, and it prevents a blight that I didn't have a plan for. So, sure, teach them. As for adding the town, I think probably this jungle makes a lot of sense. Okay, farmer seeks the Dahan for aid. We have to add disease to a land with both invaders and Dahan, and do 2 damage to the Dahan there. That's kind of bad, but we're doing it here. Okay. Some probably poor decisions have been made so far, but this is where we're at. Okay, so when is the timing on this ritual anyway? I'm looking through things. Alright. During either the fast or slow phase. Cool. So I could probably back up to the slow phase and do it. Do I want to? So this turn, if I add a presence to one of these lands, I can certainly defend it. If I reclaim a singular card, target land has... Yeah. I mean, I didn't take a blight last turn when I thought I was going to, so heck. Let's just let things get out of control and just do fear stuff. Um, so, oh, I can't undo. I guess it doesn't acknowledge that I had a slow phase. Just making sure I satisfy all of these requirements. I do appear to. Okay. Oh, I will. That's what it was. I couldn't do it last slow phase because I didn't have the extra presence token here yet. So I need to do that. Okay. I could also do it here, which would be maybe better since this is further out. In order to do it that way, I would need to reclaim Veil of the Night's Hunt, which I'm certainly happy to do. Let's do it that way. Okay, so reclaim one, add a presence. Reclaim Veil. At that point, I can add this here. Then we Veil. We Dread Apparitions. I don't have a range 0 power. These are both going to Blight right now. Because that only generates 1 fear. This generates at range 0. This is all very tricky. It's possible I'm going too heavy into the scenario. So if this isn't going to prevent a blight, don't play it and instead play this. And we will continue dealing with the consequences of our actions. Maybe the event card will help again. Who knows? Oh wait, we're also going to get Defend 2 in all lands where spirits have presence, which doesn't help. But we'll get some energy, so that's neat. Alright, finish playing cards. This is probably not the correct move at all, but it's the move we're doing. So, Veil of the Night's Hunt. Do I need to start playing this with a Goron touchpad? Push up to 3. You here, you here, you here. Okay. Perform the ritual. Welcome to Terra Level 2. I get to choose where to push this guy. I think here makes the most sense. Okay. I can look ahead. I can Night Terrors, like here. Okay, so they are exploring at +1 distance. That is not going to affect anything. Oh no, we're on Terra Level 2. Extra damage, so my defend probably wouldn't have helped anyway. I'll tell myself. Oh, but 3 or more invaders, so actually it doesn't matter. On each board, choose land with... okay, that's nice. We're gonna kill a town with disease. And probably do at least 1 fear. So this one... Earning some fear cards. Getting a bunch of blight. I have some concerns about the blight. At least, so we're in the expansion. In the core game, almost all of the other side of the blight things will remove presence, and I can't afford to remove presents. Like, I'll only be adding one per turn with any of these, and I need to add enough to get up to higher terror levels. Because that's the only way I can win. So, how do I want to play this? The jungles are ravaging. We took care of this one with a disease. That's lovely. I think we do the predatory nightmares here. We scare this town, let's say, here. We can also scare the Dahan out. I think, yes, put you here, so that we have a good position for our next ritual. We definitely want to add presence elsewhere. I think right here is a great place for it. Or would be if I could reclaim while doing so. But I can't. Dread apparatus by itself. Actually, dread apparatus by itself can prevent the blight there. Okay, let's do things this way. Let's toss this here. We are going to gain a minor power. There's some moons. This one also has an animal. Let's see. But it doesn't really impress me that much. Call to Ferocity is definitely better for the scenario. So maybe I grab that. Absorb Corruption is quite good because Blight is quickly becoming a problem and I need to address it. Let's Absorb Corruption. Sadly, I'm not in any places with Blight right now, but I can gather it and then in a future use of the card, remove it. Yeah, that seems really good. Probably from here because they are building here, and oh my god, that place is pretty wrecked. It's probably going to get another blight. Alright. We play these two cards. Finish playing cards. Night Terrors. Okay, first... I really, for some reason, thought this would defend for more. Defend 2 is not actually enough here. Okay, yep, there are no lands with at least 2. Pushing a beast and doing a damage there. Probably will do that. Click a land to push the beast there. Oh, it has to be a land without. Blight. Let's go here. And kill this man. Okay. Yep. Okay. Immediately on each board, destroy an animal, then add a blight to a land with cities or towns. That could be much, much, much worse. So of all the lands with cities and towns I have, only one of them doesn't have blight yet, so we'll put it there. Alright. The land is very blighted, but I'm not losing presence, so I can still do my rituals, and we're just going to call that good enough. I definitely should not have put a presence here. There's no denying that was a mistake, but we're living with it. Okay. I only have one place with presence, so it has to come from here. We'll grab this for sure. because now I have to reclaim. Gain a minor power. Reaching Grasp makes a lot of sense here for letting me do my 0 range powers at range 2 instead. But it is fairly limiting because I still don't have that many card plays, so I only get to Reaching Grasp with basically my innate and one other power right now. Sky stretches to the shore. Using a slow power fast could be good. Could be very good. Yep. Prowling Panthers has symbols I like. It replenishes the ecosystem that I have destroyed. So there's appeal there. It also causes fear, which is great. I think it's kind of a little slow build for me. So I would have to add an animal, then use it, etc. Song of Sanctity removes Blight, which is becoming important. But it has to be a land without explorers, which is becoming uncommon. Yeah, most of the lands have explorers, and this only targets mountains and jungles, so that only solves half the problem anyway. I think we're Reaching Grasp. Okay, so it suddenly occurs to me, I need to make sure I have a path to victory here. So it's currently Terra level 2. I do the ritual one more time to get to Terra level 3. One more time and I win, I think. I hope. Assuming all that is the case, I need to do the ritual 2 more times. That means I need 2 plus 1 more, 3 presents, plus another 3 presents, plus I need at least 1 on the board to survive it. Although I think there's maybe an achievement for losing and winning at the same time, so maybe we could do that too. Okay, so there is enough presents still in the game for this to work. It's not pretty, but it can work. There's also still enough Dahan in the game for this to work. Cool. So I need to start adding presents to... I need to add at least 1 presence to another land before I do the ritual here, but this is obvious where the next ritual is happening. For this turn, how can we minimize the damage? If we were to Reaching Grasp and whatever that stupid defend card I have is, this one. That only gets me level 1 Night Terrors, so that's only 1 fear. So that's effectively a defend 2. That fixes this land. It feels real bad, but it does fix this land. Anything else I can do instead? Let's see. They're going to be building in the jungles. That's awful. But I don't have a great way to prevent it. I mean, I've got range 2. That only destroys 1 explorer, not 2 of them. Yeah. We're having some issues. Yeah, I think this honestly helps the board state the most. And the jungles are gonna be awful, but here we are. Okay, Reaching Grasp on myself. Dread Apparitions here. Night Terrors also here. Okay, extra health for explorers, that shouldn't matter. Beasts don't exist. And, oh, we get another Dahan. That's super helpful, actually. Wait, what? Oh, I was looking at the top half of this card. Instead, it's the bottom half of this card. And I can't destroy 2 presents because I would lose the game. So I guess I'm adding a Blight. I don't like any of these options. We'll add it here. Neat. Okay. I wonder if I discard any cards that like add extra presence to the board, because if I did, that was very dumb, and I should have been focused on that. Anywho, we can add a presence and gain a power card, although I doubt there are many power cards that will help. But there could be like a range 2 defend. I have to be a defend 4 or more. There's that like slumber card. I think that fits the bill. We could also reclaim 1, but I don't think that's going to help at all. Dreams of the Dahan would have helped more on generating fear for defense. I need to remember that. It has a lower mode that is very important. So if I reclaimed my defend card, I could defend here and put 3 extra fear on it. That's a 4. That's still. Oh, but we're past this. This is the problem now, and this is also a problem. And my defend card only reaches 1, and I can't get back both that and Reaching Grasp. So can't help this place, and I think this place is too big. If I add a presence here, though, which I can't do while reclaiming. This is a puzzle, guys. This is another one that can deal extra fear at range 0. So, if I add a presence here, I can't get back my defend card, and therefore that presence will be destroyed, and that's a waste. If I don't find a way to defend at least one of these places, oh geez, I lose the game. No, I've pretty much lost this game. I just noticed there's only 2 light tokens here. I can absorb 1, but not to the slow phase. And right now, the Ravages are going to take out both of these places. A reclaim. A reclaim would let me do my ritual. No, it wouldn't, because I'd still be. I would remove all of my presence, which would make me lose the game. So I can't do the ritual this turn. That's out of the question. I think my only chance is gaining a power card in the slim hope of being able to defend here. And those don't look correct. I guess I am going to add a presence at range 1. So I can remove blight. Yeah, still doesn't help enough. Yeah, and even just getting blight here doesn't help. Encompassing ward is far too late to help. Yeah, I think we're just done here. Finally got to 3 card plays. Yay! Have a bunch of energy. Probably should have taken a major right there, but say Livy. Just double, triple checking that none of these do what I need. That I can't reach. Well, I can if I play this differently. Play this here. Remove a blight from the coast. That helps a little. I don't think it's enough, because removing this, obviously, that goes back down, then this gets one, it cascades to here, that's still too many. I don't have my defend card, so no amount of fear helps. Yeah, like, I guess we could get real lucky on an event, and that's literally our only hope. And if we do get that lucky, we should profit on it in the slow phase, because I can't think of what to do with it in the fast phase. Okay, finish playing cards. Use this on the coast. Use this here. Well, that sure doesn't help. That doesn't help enough. This doesn't help enough. Yep, that's it. We'll just honestly just take me. Choose for me. Yep. Alright. So as promised, I think I'm going to come back and play this scenario with Thunderspeaker. I'm tempted to come back and try it again with freaking, what's this dude's name? Hang on, I'll show the statistics. Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares. I'm definitely tempted to play it with him again and see if I can do better, but it seems rather rough. I think that his very limited presence adding capabilities are a hindrance. He's generally adding at range 1 or 0. He's needing to be in a place to do fear there. He needs to do fear to do defend. Maybe with some better card choices, I could do it. But I think we're probably going to do Thunderspeaker on this one, just to get a nice easy check off of the win column and move closer to that achievement. And by closer to that achievement, I mean win that achievement. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good time period that you're in.